Bonjour. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through moving from your rough draft packet to your second draft, which will require editing of your rough draft and typing up in your second draft. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why and show you some examples. So this is an example from last year, and this will look a little bit like how you'll get your rough draft packet back. You turned it in on paper. I saw your work. I gave you some tips and some help with your writing. And now you have to write this out again to make your writing even better. So you're going to use the help that I've given to rewrite it, but I don't want you to rewrite it by hand. I want you to type it out, and this will give you the opportunity to then copy and paste it once you're done after the second draft, once you're done, straight into your story. So you're going to change it from something that looks like this to something that looks like this. So you're going to take the same story, not changing the story, you're rewriting the story, and you're copying and you're writing it, typing it together into the same Google Doc that looks like this. And then as you can see, after the second draft, I'm still going to give you feedback. And it's going to be kind of as long as your story is. Okay, so that's why, because whenever we make great writing that's going to be permanent, we want it to be the best that we possibly can. And so how you're going to do this, I'm going to show you now real quick. So on Schoology, you'll see where it says deadline 2, the second draft, the edit deadline that you're working towards. You're going to go to this Google Doc right here. And if you are working with a partner, which most of you are, then just one of you and then share it. And you'll both work on that same one copy together. And you're going to type it in here. Okay, so you're going to take your rough draft packet. Let's take the first page, which is all about the character. You read what you've got and you type it out in there. Okay, but as you're typing, you're looking at the changes, the corrections that I've made, and you're writing it out again with those corrections. And any places where I haven't given you the answer and I want you to seek that answer, then you need to make that correction yourself. You need to work together to figure out what's wrong and how to make it better. There's a separate video which walks you through those steps and how to actually edit it. Okay, this is just how you create the second draft. So the difference is when you do the second draft, one of the other differences when you do the second draft, here in the description of the main character, you just wrote all 10 sentences all in one go. So for the draft, I've changed how the sections are. So the description of the main character is here, and I've given you an indication of page numbers. Now you can edit this document yourself. Okay, you're going to copy it and edit it yourself. So you can divide, say you had 10 sentences total, you could write 5 sentences here, and then you could write 5 sentences here. It depends however you want to split it. If you wrote 8, then you can do 4 and 4, or if you wrote more, then you might want 3 pages on your main character. But I encourage you to go back to the original task description, which I'm struggling to go to, but the original task description, which gives you some indication of how much writing should be on each page. So you don't want lots of sentences on each page. I would say 4 to 5 sentences on each page is your max. Okay. And you're going to do that for each of them. The amount of pages might look different. I've just given you in each category 2. This is old, so I'll edit this. And then this is due Wednesday, the 3rd of May. Now that is a short deadline. The majority of the work you've done is creating the story here on paper. This next step is a case of typing it out. To go faster, you can pull this apart, take off the different pages, and each person have a copy of a page each, and just work on this Google Doc simultaneously. Work on it together, it will be faster. That's why I created this deadline a little shorter. Okay. So if you have any questions on this after this video, please speak to me, please ask me, and I'd love to help you. Okay.